This part of flat earth and anti-science conspiracy theories makes me so sick to my stomach that I almost don't want to discuss it. However, I've been seeing this claim pop up a lot online lately, and I'd like to make sure it's been thoroughly debunked. It is one of the most despicable things I've ever seen, and it deserves to be laid to rest. On January 28, 1986, at approximately 11:39 Eastern Standard Time, the NASA Space Shuttle mission STS-51L, the 10th flight of the Shuttle Challenger, broke apart 73 seconds into its flight. 7 people were killed as the craft disintegrated over the Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of Cape Canaveral, Florida. It is the most deadly incident in NASA's history, aside from the 2003 disintegration of the Shuttle Columbia, which also killed all 7 crew members. The Challenger explosion was caused by the failure of O-ring seals, which are used to seal the joints of the solid rocket boosters. This failure caused a breach, which allowed pressurized burning gas from within the solid rocket motor to reach the outside, leading to the separation of the boosters and the structural failure of the exterior tank. The orbiter, that is to say, the shuttle itself, was broken up by aerodynamic forces. The conspiracy theorist claim is that this disaster was actually a grand deception, that no astronauts died that day, and that they are all in fact still alive, save for one. Before I go over the reasons for why this is demonstrably wrong, let me say this. This is truly a disgusting conspiracy. This is a slap in the face to the 7 people whose lives were lost that day, and is so disrespectful to those who dedicate their entire being to improving our lives through the exploration of space. If you believe this theory, you are lacking a moral compass, and you have no respect for anything but your own echo chamber. Now, let's move on to why the theory is wrong. Here's one of many versions of the image used to propagate this lie. As you can see, it shows the shuttle crew next to images of people who look similar to them, and makes the claim that these pairs are in fact the very same people. First of all, I'd like to note that, once again, this image is very compressed due to flat earthers sharing it constantly and not knowing how to retain image resolution. It's called PNG format. It's really nice. You can't read the small text and can barely see the faces with any clarity, so I'll find some better copies as I discuss each of these images. To start with, top left, Ellison Onizuka, Mission Specialist. Ellison was the first Asian American and first person of Japanese ancestry to reach space. His younger brother Claude, however, is not an astronaut, and is not the same person. The fact that they look similar is simply due to their genetic relation. If you look a little more closely, you will see that Ellison has a wider mouth than his brother, and slightly smaller eyes. Next, Krista McAuliffe, Payload Specialist. Krista was an American teacher, and in 2004 was posthumously awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. The woman on the right, Sharon McAuliffe, shares only a last name with Krista. They are not related, and in fact don't even look very much alike. Additionally, one has to explain how Krista was simultaneously obtaining education degrees from Massachusetts and attending Syracuse University. Next, Michael J. Smith, Pilot. Challenger was to be Smith's first piloting mission, and his is the last voice to be heard on the Challenger voice recorder. Hauntingly enough, he can allegedly be heard saying, "Uh-oh." While they do look a lot alike, the Michael Smith on the right has been holding some high-level business positions for a long time, both before and after Challenger. One man in 2 different places, simultaneously. Next, Francis Scobie, Commander, who went by Dick Scobie. While these 2 men are similar in appearance, one's ears do not change shape over time like these 2 men's have. Additionally, while Francis was serving as an instructor pilot for Shuttle 747 carrier aircraft, Richard Scobie was serving as the CEO and president of a marketing firm. Once again, 2 men cannot exist in 2 simultaneous locations. Are flat earthers trying to claim that NASA killed the original Richard and replaced him with Francis? Or that Richard never existed prior to 1986? Either way, that is an argument they have yet to prove. Next, Ronald McNair, Mission Specialist. Ronald would have been the second black astronaut to enter space, following Guion Bluford. Ronald also looked a lot like his brother Carl. However, there is a good amount of evidence to suggest Carl's existence prior to the disaster, and no evidence to suggest any kind of cover-up or switcheroo, as seems to be the implication. Lastly, Judith Resnick, Mission Specialist. Judith was the second American woman, 4th woman worldwide, and first Jewish person to go to space. She logged 145 hours in orbit. The Judith Resnick on the right side, however, is a Yale law professor and has a very distinctly different facial structure. For the final time, there is no way to account for these two people existing in two places simultaneously. The seventh member of the Challenger crew, Gregory Jarvis, is skipped over in this conspiracy. It would appear that flat earthers have some level of dignity and admitted that at least one person died on that fateful day. Oh wait, no they don't. They just couldn't find pictures of anyone who looked enough like him. The Challenger disaster happened. The shuttle exploded, and 7 brave souls lost their lives. To disrespect that with this absurd, disgusting, and easily debunked meme is abhorrent on every single level. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. Thank you, and I'm out.
Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Find your place in space. Space is vast and unexplored. There's a lot of work to do.